Good morning, you guys. Happy Thursday, August 17th. It's 7:30 a.m. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. Hey. Oh. Hey. Happy Thursday. How are you guys doing this morning? I hope you're all doing well. Hope you slept well last night. I hope your Wednesday, I hope your week so far has gone well. I really do, for each and every one of you. I don't know what I did with my hair tie, so I'm just going to tie it up. I don't know what I did with the hair tie, y'all. It's dark out, rainy, gloomy kind of. It makes you not want to do anything, but I have calls to make today, things I have to do, things that have to get done. And you know, when you have things that need to be done and you're not sure how you're going to do it or how it's going to get done, that's when you rely on it. That's when you got to trust in Jesus even more. That's when your faith truly, when it really kicks in, right? And things may not go the way you want it, you know what I'm saying? And in all honesty, it does kind of make you feel a bit down, or at least me anyway. And I don't want to feel that way, because I'm always the one saying, trust God, believe God, He's going to make it, make a way, it's going to work out. I'm always saying that. So I have to exercise that myself. And again, it's easier said than done. And I always tell people, even when I'm giving that advice, I always say it's easier said than done. Look, y'all, I painted my nails yesterday. As y'all can see, they all broke off. So I painted them. Not bad. My toes and my nails. But yeah, so yeah, I have to practice what I preach as well. And I truly do believe God is moving and working on my behalf. Y'all hear me say it all the time. So it's just hard kind of not to worry about things. And that's because I don't study my word as much as I should at all. I've been listening to Joseph Prince most of the night. I've been up off and on. Again, my feet, my legs just kept cramping up so bad. As a matter of fact, the last time I got up, it was 4 in the morning. I ran a hot bath, and I sat in that hot bath again as long as I could. And I did. I sat in there for a long time. As a matter of fact, to the point I started to feel sick. I started to get nauseated. So I went ahead and got out and, got in the bed. I didn't go to sleep right away. I was playing a video game, just kind of trying to keep my mind off of things. But then my legs felt like they just wanted to cramp up again, and I was like, I'm not getting back in that water. I'm tired, and I just went ahead and laid down. At this point, it was about 7 o'clock. Actually, I stand corrected. It was 6:30, because I heard Jeremiah pull up at 7, and that's when I got on up. I was like, okay, you got to get up. So I went ahead and I got up, used the bathroom, and then I laid back down. I was like, okay, I'm going to lay down to 7:30. I can video, or maybe on my break, right? I'm going to lay down to 7:30. But then he did come in the house, and came in, and we started talking about some things. And then I had no idea I left the bathroom, water running. He was like, did you leave it? You got the water running? I was like, the water running? He's like, yeah, the water in the bath. I was like, Lord Jesus, turn it off. And he caught it just before it was about to spill over. Like, I don't even remember turning the dang water on. I really don't. I don't even remember turning it on. This is so hot. I only use one teacup, and it's not as strong as I would like it. It's good, but it's not as strong as I would like it. And it's 7:43, so I'm not gonna go in there and add more. As much as I really want to, I'm not going to, because I just don't feel like getting up. And as a matter of fact, when I do get up, it'll be at 8, so I can go in and get ready for work. There's so many changes they're implementing, and just so much. And it's been so busy, like, you know, in between time, do this, and when you get time, do this, and do that, da-da-da. It's like, it's just constantly something, you know. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna see if the call, they open at 9, but maybe I can get lucky. Nah. My first break is usually around 10:30, 10:45, something like that. So I'll go ahead and call then. Hopefully I won't be on hold long. If not, when I get off, no, I can't do it at 5 because they close at 5. Sometimes I'm lucky it's still someone there. But no, I'm going to call at 10:30. And then, yeah, I'm going to try to lift my spirits up. You know, I'm going to continue trying to do what it is I'm always saying. Trust God, you know. And I do trust God. I do have faith in God. I do believe God. But I also know that God's timing is not the same as my timing. You know, and I do also know that, you know, when I tell you, you reap what you sow, or you have to deal with the consequences behind your own actions, you know. So that's kind of some of the things that I'm dealing with. You know, I'm dealing with the consequences behind my own actions, even if my actions were all good. I had good intentions. You know, if I'm constantly trying to help, I'm trying to this, I'm trying to that, you know, and I always feel like God gonna catch me, you know. Because my heart, you know, He knows what I'm trying to do, you know, and I stand by that. I believe that. It is scary, and I do have to get in a position where I no longer, where I can do, but not to the point where it damages myself, it hurts me, you know what I'm saying? And in hurting me, those around me are hurt in the process. So I have to really work on that. I can't be blind and just silly, you know, especially at this age, thinking, oh, it'll be fine, gotta work it out, you know. God's like, you not done. Stop acting like it. I can work things out, I can help you, but I can't do what you can do. I'm not gonna do what you can do, you know. So yeah. Anyway, my dinner yesterday, guys, went very well. It was very good. I got up this morning, and while my coffee was making, y'all hear the thunder? And it done got darker since I'm sitting here talking to you. I got up this morning, and while my coffee was making, I washed a few dishes out and put everything up. Said I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and add another to this another one. And what I'm doing is I'm just opening it up. gonna pour it in here because my coffee already made. And I'm just gonna, as you can see, my coffee made. Just gonna put it on in there. Ooh, don't overflow. I needed to be a little bit stronger. Oh, y'all hear that thunder? Jesus. I will say this, you guys, when you make plans, financial plans, any type of plans and goals, stick to them. You know, stick to them. It's easier said than done. Things come up, that's understandable. But try to stick to whatever plan or goal that you have. You may have to work around it a little bit, yes. But try to stick to it. Do not stray from it. Because it's too easy when you stray from it to just lose yourself. Or, you know, not lose yourself, but just to get too far from it. You know, and then you trying to figure out now what. And you don't want to, you know, do that. So much much better. Okay, much better. That was not strong enough. So that's what it's looking like outside, y'all. Look. Dark. Let me see how it feels. I could always ask Alexa, but it's nothing like feeling it for yourself. Let me get my flip-flops and put on. Put on my shoes. I'm telling y'all, this damn water don't create a lot of freaking gnats. I gotta take this garbage out. I had Jeremiah take it out from cleaning yesterday. Jeez. Wow, I'm outside, y'all. Look how dark it is. The rain sounds beautiful, though. Wow. Whoop. Lightning, I'm going in. So you only need to shh. I don't play with lightning. Me and lightning don't have. The only type of understanding me and lightning have is to go the opposite direction. Shut the windows, blah blah blah. And actually, y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and really quick and take this garbage down. The strawberries that I had in the refrigerator, they were so rotten and funky. They're a little tacky, but that's okay. I'm gonna take this down really quick, y'all. I'll be back. forgot about the lightning that quick. It took me a little bit, y'all, because my foot started to cramp up. As soon as I got downstairs, that lightning went. I was like, no. But that didn't take long. I have to tell y'all though, I smell so good. I know that sounds a little trippy, but it's the truth. Perfume my youngest grandbaby gave me, I had put on this morning, and it smells so good. When I was walking, I could smell it on me. I was like, right, girl. Y'all hear the thunder? Oh my God. Thunder. It's come on in the house. It's gonna rain, rain down fire. It's gonna rain. Woo! I know how they sing when they out of breath, but they're professionals. I'm not. But I tried it anyway. Woo. That's so much better. I should have just got them did it anyway, but it's okay. Well, I should have got them did it before I did it, but it's fine. It's done. Garbage is out. I'm a little wet, but that's okay. It's just water. It's just water. We don't melt. We don't melt. It's just water. Now, if it had been the sea that I had to cross to take the garbage out, the garbage wouldn't get taken out. We don't mess with large bodies of water, but when the water falling out the sky on you a little bit, it's alright. It's alright. And sometimes it may even drop down out the sky on you. It's alright. As long as my feet is on dry ground, on solid. I wonder, how the day is gonna go. Like, it's gonna be really busy today. If the internet connection will get lost or shut off, anything like that. I hope not. Hope not. Oh, so much better. I'm probably gonna have to put it in the microwave though. Starting to cool off, but it feels good on my throat. Oh my God, y'all, I don't know why I've been feeling so hot. I didn't take my vitamins today either, but not yet. I have been feeling so hot. Now mind you, yes, it's hot, you know, the temperature wise, but I mean like on the inside hot, right? Now, you know, like I said, maybe I'm fighting something, you know, on top of being a little bit stressed about things that's going on in my head, you know, that may be it, you know, which I get, I can understand that, you know, so I just try to, you know, stay focused. Like, I have on this doggone, I think this Lavelle gown shirt, why I have on long sleeves, I don't know. Just the first thing I grab out the drawer, and I'll probably take it off and put on that little, I don't know, slip top that I sleep in sometimes that be tied up when I get too hot, just because it's comfortable. You know, I know people like, what in the world this girl got on? I'm just comfortable. I'm not going nowhere doing nothing right now. I'm working from home. Normally I do put on something, you know, top wise decent, but I do need to wash. So I just have a few things left, and unless I'm going somewhere, there's no need to, put it on. Excuse me. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to talk about this morning. Not that I do every morning. Correction, I stand corrected. It's 7:59, so I'm just gonna talk to y'all about till 8:05, and that's because I watched Latera's again podcast yesterday. I watched 2 of them, and I only watched part of one of them, and I watched the other one almost completely to the end because there was a part 1 and part 2 for both. And so for one, I watched, I believe, part 2. The other one, I watched part 1. Okay, so y'all remember, and I already forgot the name. The young lady name is Deasia, I think it is. I forgot the husband's name. But y'all remember a while ago when you have this one guy on YouTube, blew up. He was giving all kind of advice to women about men type of thing. And he was married, but people didn't even really know he was married because she was never in the forefront. And he had been cheating on her. And it blew up. And it just, and everybody portrayed her to be like some nutcase or whatever, or like, look how she dressed, no wonder he's cheating, that type of thing. Like, she was attacked, which I thought was dumb as hell. She's the victim, but she's being attacked, right? And it regardless of all that, that's not a reason to cheat. If she wasn't doing what you felt she needed to do, leave, get a divorce, move on if you feel like you can't fix it. But I'm just gonna cheat. That don't make sense. So it was crazy to me that she was being attacked like she was a mental case or something. And even if she had something going on mentally, that's all the more reason why would you cheat. If anything, try to help her. Get her some help or something. Don't cheat on her. And again, if you decide, this is too much for me, then get a divorce. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I started off watching him, okay? And Latera was asking him, about, when did they first meet and what was it about her, right? And he was like, I never felt anything the way I felt with her. I guess he fell in love with her. He wanted to marry her. He didn't know what he was doing. But he prayed, they prayed, and he just knew that he wanted to be with her. And one day, they held hands all the time. They was very inseparable at the time, always together, blah blah blah. But one day, after he asked her to marry him or whatever, I guess he saw her in the hallway, and he's quite, he said, aggressive, emotionally, like when it comes down to his love language, when he expresses himself, like if he wants to hug her or kiss her or something like that, he's aggressive with it. And so he came up to her one time and just kind of wrapped his arms around her and pinned up against the wall to kiss her or whatever. She turned away, and he didn't understand that. So he felt what's going on. He felt rejected, right? And because he felt rejected growing up and not seen at times, even though his mom did his best, she loved him, she showed that, and his 2 sisters, but he was a young man in the house with 3 women, and they didn't really connect. The girls didn't connect with him like that. They loved him and stuff, but and his mom loved him, but he saw her working all the time. She wasn't there to spend as much time with him as he would have liked, because she's working, she's struggling. The dad wasn't there, and he felt rejected. Why is my dad not here? He was constantly getting in trouble, so he had to be exported back to where he was from. I think he said it was Trinidad or something, I forget where. But he felt like, am I not worth you doing right to be a part of my life? You know what I'm saying? He would always ask his mom about his dad. She would struggle to answer. She would always tuck him in at night, give him a kiss, good night, D, or whatever his name was, Bud, whatever. And after a while that stopped, because then she had a boyfriend. So when she had a boyfriend, she didn't do that. So here comes more rejection. when she did get married later in life, and he had a stepdad, and so things got a little bit better for him. But again, growing up, he knew he was loved. There were times when he felt rejected or invisible. And so when things like that happened, he would turn to porn, or whatever the case may be, right? So when he felt rejected by this girl, it's like, you know what, she don't want to be bothering me. Let me start talking to other women. At that point, it was just that I'm just going to talk to them. If they're coming to me, I'm not going to turn them away because I'm with her, because she obviously don't want to be bothered with me, right? Instead of trying to talk to her about it. And the times when he did try to talk to her about it, she didn't want to talk about it. She wasn't open with her feelings. And it turned out, come to find out, much, much later, she had been raped. And she thought she had dealt with it. And she jumped in a relationship with him too quick. And so when he did certain things, it took her back to that trauma. And so that's when she shut off, right? And so she had things going on. He had things going on. Here go again with being broken, right? And so they both had things going on, and they're trying to have this relationship with one another, and so on and so forth. So with their relationship, it was up and down. It was rocky. It was crazy. They were together. They weren't together. He started cheating, things like that. And then it got to a point where, hell, I'm going to cheat too, right? So she ended up, when they broke up, she ended up cheating. He thought she was cheating prior to that, but that wasn't the case. She said it was after, but whatever. Anyway, multiple times they had been pregnant, but she had a miscarriage, and then after that, a couple of times she had an abortion because they was just going through too much and felt like, whatever. And he always said, it's up to her. I'm gonna be there irregardless. It's her body. She has to carry the baby. So if she say no, no. If she say yes, yes. And so they were really ready for the one, but then she had a miscarriage. And then after that, I think a couple of times an abortion. And so when she finally, when she did get pregnant and they decided to keep it, he was like, okay, I got to get it together. They weren't together, but they would be together sometime. Anyway, long story short, they did end up getting married. But and she would help him, behind the scenes with his job and everything. He told her not to work, just, stay home, mom. He would take care of everything financially. He was going to do everything that wasn't done for him because he saw what his mom went through. And he said, I would never want another woman to go through that. I wouldn't put another woman through that. I'm going to take care of them financially. So she doesn't have to work. She can spend time and quality time with the kids, so on and so forth. I'm going to be a present dad as my dad was not. Blah, blah, blah. And so here it is, they're getting divorced, right? He decided he wanted to get a divorce finally. But so anyway, that stopped part one with him. And then I thought, well, let me go look at hers, right? And I did, and not knowing that I clicked on part two, but nonetheless, because he was saying how when he was talking, he was telling him how he was talking to her, how funny she was, and he was like, that's something that attracted you to her. And he was like, oh yeah, she, he said what attracted me to her from the beginning, from the very front, he was honest, was I thought she was beautiful. And then as I got to know her and into her mind and so on and so forth, I fell in love with that. She was very quiet, very shy, very reserved, blah blah blah. And she was very funny and struggle, tribulation, pain. That will bring that out of you, to be honest with you. It's either going to kill you or make you stronger, right? She went through so much with this man that it show you how good God is, right? Where she was quiet into herself and just, now she's out in front. Now she's able to speak in front of her camera and in front of people. Now she's more bold about what her words are. You're not going to understand or mistwist what she's saying or thinking. She's gonna tell you. Whereas before, she just was out of there. Now she has different foundations, so on and so forth. But what she was saying was, she had been through so much with this man cheating on her, right? So much infidelity. They were going to therapy, so on and so forth. He had to write down a list. On that list, he had so many women that he had been with. Now, he never gave her the full number of women. And so, based off the list that he had given her, she was like, you know, in order for us to be, you got to say no to these people. You got to get these people out of your life, blah, blah, blah. All this kind of stuff, right? And so, long story short, he had never done that. He was still cheating on her. She knew about it. She never let him know about the things that she knew about. She kept it to herself, right? And it festered and festered and festered to the point she would get sick, to the point she was not eating. She was malnutrition, and to the point it was like she was losing her mind, like she was dying. She had videos of him. He didn't know that she knew or saw these videos, but she had the videos of him because he would record himself with these other women because he liked to see himself. And so she said, I knew these women's bodies better than I knew my own, because she studied those videos so much, because she's trying to figure out what is it about these women that he preferred over his own wife, to the point where she had started to try to look like them, put makeup on like them, dress like them. She even tried to do some of the physical acts, intimacy acts that they were doing. She tried to imitate it. She tried to be them for him. Nothing was working. It's like, you'll go and lay with them, but when I come to you, you want to talk. And so it was killing her. And then here you are in this mansion, this 9,000 foot mansion, and it's just you and the kids. She said she spent more time, her and the kids, with the house, the servants, than she did with him. He's always at the condo, supposedly the studio. Now, you got a home that big, why you need a studio outside the home? You can put a studio in the garage, or you build one in the back, something, right? And that's what Latarius said. He said, I don't understand that. That's because that studio was where he was going to do his thing, where he was shacking up, laying with women, living a whole nother life. Y'all, when I tell y'all the story, I mean, she went through a lot. And then some things came out, and the way they came out, or when they came out, they had just was coming back from a funeral. She just found out that she was pregnant, so she was sick. They was dealing with grief, and all of a sudden this story comes out, and you got cameras and things in your face, and she just like a deer in headlights, right? They're like, she's slow, what's wrong with her? You know, every time they called her, she was just mentally, she was checking out, kind of. She was going through a lot. She was trying to understand. She was trying to deal with this and be by her husband at the same time, because at that time they were going through counseling and they were trying to work it out, you know, just so much. And I have to tell y'all, and so one day she comes home and she goes up to him and she says, you know, everything that you've done, I've forgiven you for, and this, that, and the other. And she's like, okay, we have to get this right. So she goes back downstairs. Now, 10 minutes later, he sends her a text saying, I'm done with this marriage, I'm out. So she said, okay. So then later he goes on the media and says, well, if you tell somebody you want a divorce and they say okay, that's what did he say? It was in other words, what did he say? Intimidating me? Not intimidating. It was something he said that was dumb and stupid, because he's the one wanted the divorce. What you want her to say, right? Her saying okay, what you wanted to say? Was just, you expected her to beg, cry, and plead, but because she didn't do that, you made it seem like it was something wrong with her. And then so 2 days later, he comes down and decides to want to talk to her and ask her, did you get my text? Did you understand my text? She was like, yeah. You know, it's like, what do you want? You know, what do you want me to do? So anyway, he decided to file the papers, and then she later also filed for adultery. He filed irreconcilable differences. She filed for adultery, and I don't blame her, because he had been cheating and cheating and cheating and cheating, even when he said he stopped, even when he said he wouldn't, right? And it wasn't then that she found out later. It still was later that she found out. It was over 100 women while he was with her that he had cheated with. I was like, good God Almighty. She had a hard time with one of her daughters, because I don't know if she had 3 kids or not, because she said she had 2 girls and then she was pregnant, but I don't know what happened there, if she still has the baby or not, because I never heard anything about that part. But one of her daughters is dark skinned and one of them is light skinned, right? And she's a little light, and he seems to like prefer darker women. And she was like, you know, it made her have a little issue with her daughter, because her daughter is dark. So her daughter looks like the women that he prefers. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, not only, she was like, I had her. What did she say? She's theirs, but I had her. You know, she said it was just crazy. She was just going through a lot. And so anyway, I listened to that this morning. And then, you know, when that went off, I continued to watch Joseph Prince. But I have to tell you, I have to say that woman is strong. You know, people still want to pick with her and throw shade at her. And now she's immersed herself into the Word. And, huh?
You want to work?
Yeah, it's 8:16. I'm finna go in a minute. Why?
But no, I'm gonna probably my face on my phone and see what they say.
You can call somebody.
Nah, all right, nah. I'm gonna flip.
All I know is my credit. Thanks to Lavelle, y'all, my son. I love him, but
they say they go off in,
my credit. He messed it with the credit.
Oh, well, your monthly income. They say that's what they go off of.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna talk to you later. Jeremiah, did you eat the food I gave you? Did you eat the food from yesterday? Was it good? Okay. I just took all the garbage out. You haven't been taking out garbage lately. That's not from yesterday. But that's not bad either. Anyway, guys, it's 8:17, so I'm going to go ahead and get off this phone. Jeremiah's trying to fix him some food. He said it was good yesterday. It really was. I thought it was. Yeah. Did you like the macaroni and cheese?
I was hungry, so yeah.
Wow.
I wasn't really thinking about that when I was eating.
Well, let me know, okay? I'm asked this dude, do he like the food? He said he was hungry, so yeah, like, that's not telling me if it's good or not. You left the refrigerator open, Jeremiah. Anyway, guys, I do have to go. It's 8:17, and now my stomach is a little bit upset too. Oh God! So I'm gonna go in, restart my computer, and then everybody use the bathroom. So talk to y'all later. Have a great day. Remember to say your prayers. Treat people the way you would expect to be treated. Better yet, the way the Lord would, with grace and mercy. When you say your prayers not just for family, friends, and loved ones, but all our brothers and sisters in Christ, because we all need prayer. Pray for me. I need it, honestly. And expect great things. I'm expecting great things to happen to me, through me, and for me on this day. Now, mind you, like I said, I have a lot going on. I have calls to make, things to do. And I'm just expecting God to show up and show off on my behalf. You know, to put my mind at ease. And to put me back in a situation that I need to be in, as opposed to the one that I am in. If that makes sense. Anyway, guys, have a great day. If I don't talk to you later today, I will be at the Lord's will. Talk to you on tomorrow, which will be Friday, my favorite day of the week. Bye, guys.